Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC update. I hope you are doing great today. Bitcoin just closed a 3-day candle yesterday. Current price is around 26,700. A lot of information has shown up on the charts, good and bad for Bitcoin on the macro, on the micro. So stick around to the end of the video because it will get very informational and very interesting. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot if you can help the channel grow. With that being said, let's jump straight into the charts and talk Bitcoin and see what's happening. So if you remember from my previous YouTube video, I was telling you guys and I was emphasizing the importance of BTC and the 3-day candle closes and how important it is for Bitcoin to stay above the 2-day EMAs on the 3-day time frame, how important it is for Bitcoin to hold the green zone as support, and how important it is for Bitcoin to at least hold the bottom of the parallel channel in order for us to have one more tap of the top. Unfortunately, we lost the bottom of the parallel channel, as you can see. Unfortunately, we lost the 3-day EMAs as well. As you can see, the 3-day candle closed firmly below the 3-day EMAs, with the next 3-day candle opening and having a rejection around the 3-day EMAs as well, at the bottom of the 3-day EMAs. And this is very bad because, like I told you guys last time, we were either going to have two scenarios playing out for Bitcoin, the bullish one being this one, which depended on us staying above the 3-day EMAs, whereas the bearish one is this one, where it's basically us losing the 3-day EMAs. And unfortunately, what happened is that we lost the 3-day EMAs. Now, so big question is, what's going to happen next for Bitcoin? Now, before we talk what's going to happen, I want you to pay attention to this bearish scenario, which is very similar to what we're doing right now, basically, right? Losing the 3-day EMAs with a high and so on and so forth. I want you to pay attention to the structure here. So the structure here is a long drop, a chip choppy move to the upside, forming an upwards channel, and then another drop. And this is a typical bear flag, right? So it happens every time, all the time in the market. And I want you to pay attention right now to what we're doing, right? Let me just remove this channel. And let me remove these, just so you guys can see it clearly. I will add them back. So as you can see here, we're doing the same thing as that scenario that I showed you earlier. So we have a long drop, a chip choppy move to the upside, forming a type of bear flag as well. And yeah, so this move right here is very similar to that move right there. And they are both bear flags. Now the big question obviously is, will this bear flag break or not? So it's very hard to say this. Obviously, it's very hard to know if it's going to break or not, but I can tell you a couple of things. So first of all, I need Bitcoin to hold the green zone, consolidate as much as it can above the green zone, number one, in order for this bear flag to be at least postponed, basically the breakdown, or at least not play out, right? As long as we're holding here this trend line, this red trend line, there should be a chance for one more pop to the upside. And when I say one more pop, like I said, guys, I don't imagine Bitcoin going to 40K. As I said in my previous YouTube videos, I think, head and shoulders, triple tops, lower high are all possible, but 40K is impossible in my personal opinion, at least from now to the end of December. I think the general macro trend to the end of December, even further than that, is down rather than up. All right, I think we see 20Ks before we see 40K. But regardless, so two levels to pay attention to. The first level is around 27,500 and the second level is around 26,400, right? Lose 26,400, most likely we will head towards 25.5. Break above 27,500 and most likely we head towards $29,000, give or take a few $100, all right? Very simple, very straightforward. From an indicator perspective, the daily is still not in a bullish mode. It is in a retracement mode. And seeing that we are currently ranging in this green zone and seeing that we have confluence in between the green zone and the red trend lines around this area, which is the $26,450 region, and seeing that it is a liquidity area as well, and I'm going to show you in the heat maps, in the Binance heat maps, how there's a lot of liquidity between, I would say, 26,200 and 26,570 US dollars. So there's a lot of ungrabbed liquidity here, and obviously there's a lot of ungrabbed liquidity as well between 27,000 and 27,400. Now I think both of these regions will be tapped, but I think on the short term time frames, on the micro, I think we tap the lower end first, then the higher end after. The reason being, obviously, is, as I explained, there's confluence in the charts between the red trend line and the green zone coming in around 26,450 US dollars. And if you saw the liquidity maps on the charts here previously, it says that there's a lot of liquidity between 26.5 and 26.2. So that $26,450 region is in confluence also with the liquidity pools that are found in the heat map as well here. So what I'm expecting for Bitcoin, and this is expectation by the way, this is just me trying to guess the future, which is very, very hard. With no confirmation or breakdowns, it's very, very hard. But I'm going to give you my best guess for the next move basically for Bitcoin. I think what's going to happen for BTC is basically at least on the short term, which basically is in the next couple of days, a week or so. I think we're gonna go tap the $26,450 region, maybe with a wick below, to grab all the liquidity. And I think after that happens, I think we will have a move up towards 27,500, give or take a few $100s, and then that's it. That's all I can see from here to the future, because I think, like I said, both liquidity pools should be tapped. We have a liquidity pool around, I would say, this area, right? This is a liquidity pool here around this area, and we have a liquidity pool around, I would say, this area, right? So these liquidity pools, this is a range, obviously. It is a range, as you can see. It is a range. But I think these liquidity pools should be tapped. Now, in the unfortunate event that the upper liquidity pool doesn't get tapped and we just lose the bottom of the trend line, you know the target. The target is probably around here, all right, around the blue region right here, wherever we might be by then, all right? But I doubt that the market will just go straight down without, grabbing some liquidity from the top. But again, it is yet to be seen. I cannot see too much into the future. My best guess, based on the indicators and based on what I'm seeing basically on the charts, is at least I think that we should head towards this region right here. We hold this area as support, great. We go tap that liquidity pool right there. We got rejected at that liquidity pool, then you're going to go back again once more, and you're going to keep ranging till you decide to have a breakout, whether it's from 27.5 or from the lower end of the green zone. So it's very simple, guys. I think this is probably the move for now, is this, towards this area right here. And then after that, we talk again. But like I said, from a trading perspective, it should be at least something that looks like this, based on the indicators and based on us losing the 3-day time frames and so on and so forth. Again, time will tell. As of now, to summarize my expectations for Bitcoin, first of all, on a micro time frame, I think we are retracing towards 26,400 US dollars. If we hold that area as support, expect one more bounce towards 27,200 to 500 USDT just to retest that area. If we are able to break that area, then we can see $29,000 next. If we reject that area, then most likely what's going to happen is us dropping again once more towards the lower end of the green zone, towards 26,400, and most likely losing it and then going towards this area right here, this blue zone right there. As long as we don't have a 3-day candle close under, there's a chance that this breakout of the bear flag or breakdown of the bear flag is a fake out. So similar to what happened here. But seeing where we are right now in time, if we do close below, I doubt that it's going to be a wick anymore. I think it's going to be just a drop to the downside, probably form a low, lower than this low, and then maybe move up after and having bullish month of October and November. So this is considered bullish, by the way. Bam, end of October we're here, and then bull, like a nice bullish move to the upside, and then a move to the downside. So this could be the bullish move that we're talking about when we say October and November should be bullish. All right. So that is it for the BTC update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot for the channel if you can help it grow. And follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. Thank you for being here, guys, and I'll see you again next time.